And welcome back. Thank you for hanging around, my friends. Welcome to Super Smash TV on the SNES. This is a game, I got this game very recently. I just got it last week. Played it for the first time last week. And I like it, but it is really hard. So far, I have not been able to make it past the boss of the second stage. But we're gonna give it a couple tries tonight and see how we could do. We're only gonna be playing this for a short amount of time, unfortunately, because the Majora's Mask ate up a huge portion of the stream. But I didn't want to bump this game completely, so we'll give it 2 or 3 tries. I took a flip through the instruction manual between last time I played this and tonight, and I didn't learn a whole lot. But it did give me one piece of give me one piece of information that I want to test out. I can't reach it. I think I learned last time also that I want to try and hang out near the center. Oh, the piece of advice the game gave me was not true. The manual said something about pausing the game while that map was on the screen so that you could plan your route. Maybe I was doing something wrong, but I was trying to pause the game and it did not pause. Oh, the mines. The mines are in ugly places in this room. I don't like this. I don't think I can pick that present up. I think that is a fake present. No, there's an extra life on the mine. Why are all these items, why are all these great items appearing on top of the mine? How do you like it so far, Frownie, assuming you haven't played before? So this game I have. I played it for the first time last week. So I haven't played that much of it. I really like it, but I can't. I haven't been able to make it past the second stage boss. I'm doing bad. I'm doing bad. I was doing really well until a moment ago. Now I'm doing really bad. I remember this being a big deal on the 16-bit micros back in the day. So I actually just found out about this game. I'd heard the name before, but I'd never seen it or knew what it was until just a couple weeks ago. The Combat King was playing it on his stream, and I watched just a little of it, and I was like, right away, I was kind of like, "Oh, that looks like fun. I need to not watch him play very much of this, because I want to try this game." And then I was lucky to find a copy that wasn't punishingly expensive. I've never really played. I don't think I've ever played a twin stick game like this before, except there was a game on the Xbox 360. There was a game. It was called "I Made a Game with Zombies" in it. I think that's the only twin stick game that I played aside from this. And I remember liking that game quite a bit. Even though it was just a silly little joke game, I had a lot of fun with it. Man Burning, good to see you again. Welcome to the stream. Oh, this room is a nightmare. I'm in trouble. I need to get out of this corner. Please. I left that corner and immediately got myself trapped in another corner. What was the point again? Oh, nice. I needed that. Sorry, this game's really difficult to look away from, so if I don't read the chat for a couple minutes, please forgive me. I think the arcade was dual joystick. Yeah. One to control the character and the other control the direction of the bullets. Yeah, and they try to emulate that, Sparrow, because the SNES controller, you know, like the D-pad you move, and then the buttons are laid out in a diamond. So they work the same way. You just push the direction you want to fire in. So it's it emulates a dual stick setup pretty well. It's not perfect because, like, to go between like the straight directions and the diagonal directions, you have to go back and forth between pressing one button and pressing two buttons, which is weird. But it's as good as it can be, I guess. It's a classic. How you doing? I'm doing very well. Doing very well, man. Burning. Well, I wasted a lot of time in Majora's Mask tonight. And I'm happy to be switching over to this game. Not that I dislike Majora's Mask, but I've been looking forward to playing this again because it's still this is still new to me. Good luck trying to beat this with one player. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like that's appropriate. Yeah, this game is awfully brutal. I haven't made it past the stage 2 boss. The bosses are unreasonable. Like this boss battle goes on for 1,000 years. I have learned a couple things about the game that have made me somewhat smarter, I think, though. So I do think I will eventually be able to beat it, but it's probably going to take me months. It's probably going to take me months. I suspect that this weapon, well, the one I just ran out of, I suspect that's the best weapon in the game, but I really don't like to use it. No, he's gonna run me over. Please no. Oh, I ran into his lightning. Oh, that was just a key. That bomb couldn't have hung in there for one more millisecond. No, he's coming toward me. Whoa, shrapnel. See, look how long this battle is going on for. No, yuck. Believe it or not, I think I have cleared stage 1 without using a continue. I don't think that's gonna happen now. I think I've done that once. It is possible. So far, I've only made like 5 or 6 attempts at the game. The little guys remind me of Dr. Robotnik. They do. I think there are only 4 stages, but they're insanely long, and the bosses take like a million hits. Yeah, that's what the manual kind of spoiled that for me too. The manual, I think, said there were 4 stages. Normally something like that, like the number of stages, is something I prefer not to know ahead of time, but sometimes you gotta find out stuff you didn't want to know.
10 seconds. Contestant 1.
Rip the 1 credit clear. Alright, I think that's it. The boss can still kill you when it's doing its death animation. I found that out the hard way. I think this is a perfect Frownie and Jelly collab opportunity. Oh no, I have to exit the stage. I don't know how Jelly would feel about this game. She doesn't play a lot of, like, brutally difficult arcade games. Thank you for the trophies. The graphics aren't too far away from the arcade by the look, Spiro says. So speaking of that, I also went ahead and took the opportunity. I also invested in this game here, Midway Arcade Treasures, which has what I think would be a more faithful arcade port of Smash TV included on it. So I get another copy of Smash TV on the PlayStation 2, which I expect will be a little bit more arcade accurate, and at the very least, it'll let me play with 2 joysticks instead. I'm hoping it'll let me play with the 2 joysticks on the PS2 controller. Otherwise, I would be very upset. But I'm expecting I can play with joysticks instead of buttons. But I want to stick with the SNES version first. I figure this is the harder way to play the game, probably. So if I can master this version of it, then I'll be able to breeze through the that other copy. Plus, that has a ton of other games on it. It's got like, I don't know, it's got like 15 or 20 different arcade games on it. So, it's gonna be fun to go through those, because I don't know most of them. Yeah, I don't really have any, I can't say that I have any real complaints about this game. It's a little bit, the buttons make the aiming a little bit awkward, but I don't think it's anything I can't adjust to with given enough time. The thing about it, the one thing that gets kind of weird about it is just my muscle memory expects the D-pad to change the direction the character aims. So sometimes if I fire in one direction for a long time continuously, then like my hands begin to think that I'm just holding the button just to fire and that it's not related to the direction. And so then I'll go to change my direction and I'll walk on the D-pad instead of changing with the correct buttons. But that's just something I need to like train my hands out of doing. It's all stuff that I expect will come with time. I'm in a bad spot. Favorite system is the SNES. Not a bad pick. I think I would say that I prefer the NES as probably my favorite system. But at the same time, my favorite game is an SNES game, so
I'd buy that for $1.
that makes the decision. Like if someone asked me if I could only play NES or SNES for the rest of my life, it's like, well, overall, I think I like the NES better, but my favorite game's an SNES game, and I don't know if I could give it up. And that would be Super Ghouls and Ghosts, for anyone who doesn't know and is curious. That's my favorite game. I want that life. I'm gonna die trying to get it. Why these guys have to be so big? No, I wanted that. Goodness. Yeah, I think I saw. I think that's where I saw you last. Man Burning was in a Dollar Phil stream. I think I came in right at the end of one of his streams. I want to catch more of his stuff, but it's tough. I stream over a lot of the other streamers that I want to watch. We overlap in our schedules, or if I'm not streaming, I'm usually not free. I'm doing real bad in this room. Focus, Frownie, focus. This room is basically identical to the one I just did too. It's just a bunch more of these red guys, so It shouldn't be that much harder. Oh, I need some lives. You stream during the streamers you want to watch too, yeah. It's... It's sort of an unfortunate reality. So how long do you think before I'm going for the deathless run of Smash TV?
10 seconds. Contestant 1.
Smash TV, deathless, no power-ups. A no power-ups run of this game I don't even think is possible because the first boss is only vulnerable to power-ups. I don't think your regular weapon can even hurt the first boss. But it's a funny thing to think about. No power-up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Deathless Run, that's a good one. Yeah. I've done a couple pretty hard games deathless, but I don't think this is gonna be one of them. I'm not a super talented gamer or anything, but I have accomplished a couple pretty tough challenges. Smash TV Deathless will not be one. If I get really good and I get really lucky, I feel like a one credit clear might be possible someday, but I mean, I've only seen about half the game too, so that feeling may change. Like I'm talking after months to years of practice. Yuck. I'm doing bad. I'm just bleeding lives. Oh, I fully expected to die. No! The items disappear so quickly. I'm curious if the arcade game. So like, one thing I'm curious to find out. Like with this game, because I'm firing with 4 buttons. I'm locked to aiming in 8 directions basically. I'm wondering if you have more direction options with the sticks.
10 seconds. Contestant 1.
I wonder if that aiming with the sticks is true analog, or if it's still like got the sort of axial locking that this one has. That might not be the right term. I'm just stumbling my way through. Sure, it'd be nice to get to some of that stuff. Hey, we at least get to see the boss.
Total carnage. I love it.
Oh, here's our last credit. I've gotten to this boss with 2 full credits in my bank, and still bled all my lives away. This boss is brutal. Look at all these bullets. The SNES can't handle it. The sprites are some of the sprites are blinking out of existence. I knew he was gonna get me. Oh, please stay away. Such a shame. It gives me this weapon a lot, but this weapon causes me so much trouble. Because I just fire over him like I'm doing now. I think it's mandatory. I think I have to rain bullets down on his face. I think that's why the game gives me this weapon so much during this battle, is because at some point it's the only thing that can hurt him. I might be wrong about that. I'm still figuring stuff out. And that's it. That's it. That's how most of my best attempts have gone. I have made it to the next phase of that boss. He kind of turns into a skeleton. Alright, I'm going to catch up with the chat here. I'm going to read what I've missed from you guys. Again, sorry for kind of ignoring you there. It's strange because I understand the SNES has most of the popular NES games, but quote-unquote modernized, and with the word super prepended. Like the NES did not age well, but the SNES games still hold up. Say maybe 7 out of my top 10 games ever are probably SNES games. Turtles in Time, Maximum Carnage, DKC 2, Battletoads and Battle Maniacs. Feel that Frownie usually streamed during all that stream. Yeah, I read that. So Turtles in Time, I like. Maximum Carnage, I rented when I was a kid, but I haven't put a lot of time into it. DKC 2, I played for the first time on the stream last year. I did it 100% or 102. I forget what it goes to. 102%. I did it blind on the stream. It was great fun and also a horrifying nightmare. And the Battletoads, I've never played a Battletoads game yet. Turtles in Time I need to do again because I played it on the stream, but I cheated. I turned up my number of lives in the options. I'm not proud. Oh, Sparrow agrees that the NES didn't age very well. I can't agree with that. Sega Master Tim was talking about how much some of these games cost back in the day. Street Fighter on the SNES cost nearly $250 in what's that, dollary dues? Back in the day, that is $250 is outrageous. It was 110 in Canada. Wow. If you think about spending money at the arcade back in the day versus the advent of microtransactions, consider the price of games back in the day versus now, it makes you wonder, right? I don't know that I follow exactly, Sparrow. I do kind of get your point about arcades charging like microtransactions. Like, that sounds... I sort of see a parallel there. I don't completely follow the second part. Do you mean prices for games new back in the day compared to, like, the retro market today? Because in general, games have been kind of locked at a standard $60 for a very long time. I know that there are exceptions, but it's actually kind of surprising that how games have stayed roughly the same price for so long. I think anyway, though. If it's in the game, it's not cheating. Well, I was having trouble with Turtles in Time because the default... I don't like the default control settings. I don't like the way the dash works in Turtles in Time at as the default setup, and I didn't know that was... I didn't know that was a, something that I could adjust. So I want to play it again. I want to play it again now that I know that I can change the way the dash works. And I think I'll have a better time with it. I'm trying to say microtransactions have been around since day one. When you look at game prices, we're doing better now, right? I think so. Retro market is bonkers now. Yeah, it's just gonna get worse and worse. Worse and worse. Sold TMNT Trilogy for $450 and the Hyperstone Heist for $490 on eBay. $490, my goodness. Yeah, the retro market is kind of disgusting. Sir Ravenhelm, welcome to the stream.
Good luck. You'll need it.
I hope you're doing well. I didn't. I thought I waited too long. Oh, I did wait too long for that one. You have seen this game in Stardew Valley in a different form? And you're modding Fallout 4. Those are two games I have not played. Stardew Valley I think I would love. I'm a pretty big fan of, well, I've been a pretty big fan of some of the Harvest Moon games. So Stardew Valley looks like something that I would really love. But I'm scared to play it, because I think if I do, it's gonna consume my entire life. I'm afraid if I start Stardew Valley, all I'm gonna do is do a 12-hour Stardew Valley stream every day. So I don't know if I'm ever gonna play it. I'm impressed you're having another crack at it, Frownie. Why wouldn't I, Sparrow? I really like this game. I know I'm not very good at it. And you know, it makes me suffer a lot, but it's a lot of fun. One of us become one with the two. Probably someday I will. I don't know that I can hold out forever, but so far I've managed to resist.
Money! Big prizes! I love it!
All those presents, I picked up like maybe 15% of them. Nice. Those are some helpful items. That's bad. Run, run, get that life, get that life. I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble. Lost a life, tried to get a life. That happens with distressing frequency. I wouldn't say that you have to get lucky to do well in this game, necessarily, but there are a great number of ways that having good luck can make your life much more tolerable in this game. Like so far as what items drop and where the mines are placed when you come into a room. Like some of the mine placements can be very difficult to deal with. There are 3 lives in yes, sometimes that happens. Yeah. Oh, that's Ravenheim. I think I said Helm. Or maybe it's Helm. I'm sorry. I can't read the I can't read right now. Thank you for the follow though. I really appreciate you, my friend. Heim like Jotunheim. Okay. Got it. That's unfortunate. That was also unfortunate. Oh, speaking of turtles, this guy reminds me of Krang. I could imagine Krang being in that cavity in his abdomen there. Looks like a big tank that Krang could drive around. No, I walked into the electricity. Dollar Phil, welcome in. We were talking about you. We were talking about you a brief moment ago. I hope you're doing well. Whenever I play a home port of an arcade game, and it has limited continues, like this game does, I don't really have anything against limited continues, but at the same time, I do always want to complain a little bit. Because who are the game designers to determine, for me, how many quarters I have in my pocket? I think I should be the judge of that. No, what happened? I walked too close to him.
10 seconds. Contestant 1.
This game hurts my hand. This game hurts my body, mind, and spirit. but I can't get enough of it. Give me an unlimited continues option in the menu for those that want it. Yeah, that would be good. Who knows? Maybe there are different difficulty settings. It may be easy. I haven't looked at it into it. Excuse me. Maybe if I played on easy mode, I would get more continues. All that would do though is make me sad. Because I got too much pride to I have too much pride to play on easy mode. There's a cheat menu that gives you more lives and continues. Okay, I want to go down. You have some degree of control, like how quickly, because like you get to sort of choose your route through the stage, and you can choose like to just prioritize rooms that lead you more swiftly to the boss, or you can choose a more wandering path that takes you to like prize rooms. And I'm acting against my own interest in a lot of ways, because I try to choose paths that lead to more prize rooms, which means I have to do more rooms per level total. Like, I would have an easier time. I would have an easier time if I just tried to pick paths that led more directly to the boss, but I can't help myself from chasing that high score.
Big money, big prizes. I love it.
Extra lives might spawn more frequently in prize rooms. I have a suspicion that that's true. I don't know if it I don't know if it is, but I mean, look, I've got 2 extra lives in this room already. There's a third. That has to be true. Oh, I wanted those bombs. It's just I wouldn't even be able to help myself, because I'm always... I've got this thing where I always want to do things in, like, the most difficult way possible, it seems. So, even though I was joking before, and I really couldn't care less about what my score says. I would feel bad. I would feel bad if I didn't at least try to hit the prize rooms. Just for the sake of wanting to do things well. Or thoroughly. Or something like that. Thank goodness our bullets travel the full length of the screen. What's the furthest you've gotten in this? I've made it to, I think, the last phase of the Stage 2 boss. I have yet to be able to defeat the Stage 2 boss. I've seen him several times. But the fight doesn't go so well for me. I picked up those bombs too early. It's a rough one. I think that's about where I quit. So this is tonight's my second time playing this game. This game is very new to me. So I'm a long way from wanting to give up on it. Though that could be against my own best interest. For one brief shining moment, I was incredibly powerful. To have my helper friend and missiles. Oh, here it comes again. So short-lived. You beating it co-op but not solo? I might have to get a player 2 to help me out. I'm doomed. These big red guys. They're simply unmanageable. Lost my friend. So when we have the friend, we really need to stay away from the enemies, because the friend will stay as long as we don't let him touch an enemy. I don't think I realized that before. I thought he was on a timer. Oh my goodness, we're almost out of this room. Frownie's so calm playing this game, I'd be screaming and swearing every 2 minutes. I try very hard. I try very hard to keep my cool on the stream. It doesn't always work. It doesn't always work, but I try. This power-up, the yellow blade that, like, protects me, it's a pretty good power-up, but one of the problems with it is it makes it so you can't walk near the edges of the room. That blade can't go into the wall. It can't clip into the wall, so you get... The room becomes much smaller for you while that blade is protecting you. So there's a degree of trade-off there. I don't think that's intentional either. I don't think they wanted that to be a trade-off. I just think that's that might even be something that's unique to the SNES version, for all I know. I'm doing worse than our previous attempt.
Contestant 1.
I didn't get that spread gun. This game is pulling my leg. That's not true. I know I got that. The more you play, the worse you get. Yeah, yeah. That's it. That happens to that. There's definitely a degree of diminishing returns with a really challenging game. I've been doing different challenge runs in Contra and Super C. I've been practicing off and on, and it does seem that, like, when I have a really good attempt, I always want to follow it up with another attempt, like in case I'm on a roll or something, but it very rarely turns out to be the case. It's usually like if I have a really good run, it's like, well, it's best to quit now. Quit while I'm ahead. Because the next several will be trash. I wanted... There we go. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to move him around some, but... nope. I don't know how I didn't lose a life there. I danced around that spread gun so much before I was finally able to pick it up. Every phase of every boss lasts 1,000 years. I want those bombs. Come on. Rain terror down on him. I can't, I'm not even hitting him, not even coming close. And now I'm stuck in the corner. Is that it? We got one more credit. We might do it. Maybe I'm overly optimistic. Yuck. I don't think this boss is beatable. I think this phase is endless. I've seen no proof that this can be beaten. We did it! We did it! I've made progress! That's the furthest I've ever been! Listen to those points. GG, thank you. No dice. Whoa. I'm on my last life. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what happens. We've already had our victory. I made it further than I've ever been. The game can't take that away from me now. I actually want to take the downward path, but there's a mine in the way, so I'm going to go up. Excuse me, I would like that spread gun, please. Thank you. What got me? No, I didn't see. I think there was a mine under that treasure. Under all that treasure. I don't think I've seen this. Well, we sure didn't see very much of it. Alright, my friends, I think that's going to be it. It was a good time. This game continues to be super difficult. More difficult than I can handle, perhaps. But I'm still gonna keep picking it up every now and then. I'm gonna try and slowly get better at it. But I think it's time that it's time we call it a night. A glimpse, yeah, we got a glimpse of it. So thank you for being here for the stream, my friends. I really appreciate you. Thank you to those who have lurked and to those who have chatted with me. Thank you for the raids, Zinshan and Yusuf. Thank you for the resub, Jesse. Thank you for the follow, Sir Ravenheim. A lot of people have been very kind to me tonight, and I really appreciate you for it. So we'll head out on a raid. Should be streaming again tomorrow night. I usually start up around 10:30 Central Time. And we stream until question marks. Tomorrow night we're going to play Hollow Knight, at least for the first part of the stream. We might switch over to something different in the second half. I haven't planned anything specific, but the streams are usually a double feature of sorts. So expect Hollow Knight at the start, and then maybe something else for the second part. And we've got a lot of different things coming up later in the week. We're going to do Mega Man 1, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Rayman, and Brave Fencer Musashi are some of the things that I've planned. So, check back in if any of those interest you. Good night, Man Burning and Dollar Phil. We'll see you again. So yeah, we're gonna head over to Vance Velez. I don't know if I've seen one of his streams yet, but he's joined several times. He's chatted here, especially when I've been playing Contra, and so I think it'd be fun to drop in. He's playing Bomberman. So let's head his way and see how it goes, my friends.